Welcome to the URI Stewardship and Guardianship Administration and Kigongona program. Today, we are looking at the fall of churches and rise of indigenous spiritualities in the 21st century. Churches were planted by colonizers and have been sustained by foreign regimes. They are structures built on the suppression of indigenous truth. The 21st century marks the end of their dominance. Churches lack true spiritual authority. Churches are not pure. Mwenenyaga is restoring Igongona heritage. Kigongona kia Nyumba, Kigongona kia Gukura Tiri Ritual, sacred sites and direct connection. This is a return to God. It is a restoration of creation purity. The churches will fall, indigenous spiritualities will rise in the 21st century. I will start by telling you that this is true. For me, I've told you I talk the truth, and you know truth is very important. Truth is what can liberate you. When you look at the foundation of churches, it was evil people, because you have to know the true history, how regimes have been, how people have been living, because it is the same planetary globe. In 325 AD, that is when we had the Council of Nicaea, and you know the Roman Empire were evil people. So what Constantine did, he took people and then brought his own rules. Let me tell you, they brought that there are three gods, but God is one. They brought Satan, and there is no Satan. They brought a lot, let me tell you, which was not existing, let me tell you. So it was a human construct for them to control people, because you know Roman Empire was falling, and you cannot see what happened. It fall eventually, the Roman Empire, but then Catholic Church was left, because you know Catholic was once, you know, Pope was like an emperor, let me tell you, because even there are many killings which were there, a lot of atrocities, a lot of evil, but people don't talk about them right now, which is unfortunate. And you can see for him, he pretended that he is having a country. You can see the Vatican, but they are hiding the true history, hiding what can liberate the black people, because you need to know what happened for real. And you can see even in Kenya, the churches in Kenya, they are foreign. The Catholic Church is from Rome. As I've told you, it is the first church. It was called the Church of Rome, and the others have come from there, and they are sharing the faith from there. You see, for them, they share about, you know, Jesus Christ, Yeshua. He was an ordinary human. He was born like an ordinary kid. And then what happened? When he came to the age, what happened? There were rituals performed to him, and then the rituals transformed him. So then what you need to know is, how are these rituals? Where can you get these rituals? Because such rituals, they are not just like that. They are rituals now for the true divinity. So I can tell you, if you want to benefit, even you have to do the same rituals, because you know people who are knowing God for real. They were knowing archangels, because they were knowing life after death, because we have people, human beings on earth. We have the spirits in other dimensions, and then we have a lot of, we have the archangels, who are 7. There are 7 of them. They have bodies of light. Let me tell you, they are pure beings. And then even God is having a body of light. And where God is living on earth, it is at Mount Kirenyaga. Let me tell you, Mount Kirenyaga altar. That mountain is not ordinary. At the same space where the stones are, where the rocks are, there is a throne, which is at another dimension. And at that throne we have a seat, the seat of God, which is called the Imperial Seat of Majesty, which is found in Mount Kenya. And remember now, God is not just about creating the earth, the whole universe, everything, even the multiverse, because the universe is not just one. So if you want to know God for real, remember God is Mwenenyaga. It is not like every community is having a God. It's not like that. God is one. So it is about how has God manifested to that community, because you cannot ignore your history, you cannot ignore your culture and think you can benefit. No, because those people are the same ones who gave birth for you to be there. So history is like mathematics. It will help you know the direction, know where you are. If you don't know where you have come from, you cannot know where you are going, and you to know how you have come there. So you need to know if you are progressing or if you are not, because for you, let me tell you, even the things we see, even the technology, they don't never immediately trash the things of the past. No, research is not done like that, because the old researchers have done to the modern innovation. That's what happened. They are using what was there. It is like that. But for you have despised your cultural heritage and think that, I don't know, it's not like that. You know, to God, There's no difference between any time. There's no difference between the old days and the future, because every time is enabled by the same God. So I'm telling you, time, time will end, space will end, gravity will end, a lot will end. So I'll tell you as a matter of fact, remember that what I've told you is true. You can see even in Kenya, I've told you Catholic is from Rome. Anglican ACK, it's the most unfortunate church, because it's the same church from the people who are killing us, killing Mau Mau, causing pain to us. But you can see people who go there, which is unfortunate, because it was not brought for you to know God. Even the leaders of that church, the Pope of ACK is Charles, and let me tell you, he is a Freemason. There are evil rituals done to him. He's not even focused with such church just for control. For him, he do other rituals which are, it's so unfortunate. Let me tell you. Even what he wanted to do in Kenya and what he did, because there were rituals they did to the food which was shared with the president, let me tell you, and that's what they did. And you can see the church people are there. They never came to know about it, because they don't have true spiritual authority. They are not even working with their spirits. It's unfortunate. You can see even the PCA is directly from Scotland. I'm telling you, for you have to know things well if you want to benefit. Me, I'm talking the truth. There are people who can despise you for speaking the truth. But for me, I'm telling you, truth is what will help us, even as a nation, as Africa. Because for me, I didn't know the things I'm knowing. It is Mwenenyaga who has made me know the things the way I'm knowing things. I have the clarity. I can help you know the true divinity. So remember, your culture is important. And your indigenous spirituality is important. How your forefathers were living, that is wisdom. Even the researches for us, even let me tell you, we had our own writing, like the way you see the India and Chinese have their own writing. For us, we also had our own writing. They started writing. Then the missionaries are the one who came here, and it's unfortunate. Let me tell you, missionaries were not godly people. They were useless because they were used by the colonial governments. Let me tell you, they were there to suppress our things. So right now it's time for you to know what was there and compare with what there is now, and see that as a nation we need, let me tell you, we need a lot, let me tell you, because even after we received independence, we never sat down and asked ourselves what we had and what they brought which was not true, for us to cleanse our system, our education system, our health system, so that we can have a good nation. But the people continue to engage in politics, and politics is nonsense, can't help a nation grow. Even elections are not helping us, because what matters is the people who are being voted for, are they knowing the global order well? Do they know the enemies well? Do they know the tactics? Are they know how we are being killed? Do they know the new world order programs which are executed, even the weapon by the militaries? So that is what matters. A word by telling you that truth will help you. If you want to pray, let me tell you, you have to make altars, you make Kigongona kia Nyumba, you use water, you moderate a praying area in your home. So be praying without the shoes, let me tell you, for radiation to earth, radiation to flow at your feet, let me tell you, the way Moses was told to remove the shoes. Also be raising your hands and be facing the direction where that mountain is. You can pray from anywhere, because all countries are at a single planetary globe. So it's for you to know the direction. Where is Mount Kenya? So when you are praying, be facing that direction, because there is that supreme being who abode there, who is now God, who have created everything. So that is what you need to do. And let me tell you, every time you pray, let me tell you, levitate, let me tell you, because it's about spirituality. It is, let me tell you, if you want to know how to pray, you need now to listen, let me tell you, about the liturgy, because there is a liturgy, how you should pray. And also you need to moderate a Kigongona kiaja outside the house, so that even the other family can engage, because you need even to induct your kids to the true spirituality, for them to be praying like that. And there are very important ritual called Gukura Tiri Ritual. This is the ritual of cleansing your land. Because let me tell you, there is even spirit attachment. You are not the first one to claim that land. There are people who are living prior, and they were saying the same land is theirs. So, and for you don't know the history of that land well. Maybe there are atrocities done. So you need to cleanse, let me tell you. And this ritual will help you. You use water, you use 2 days. And I have explained to you a lot through Kigongona program. So go and listen. Let me tell you, I guarantee you, if you, let me tell you, go back to the indigenous spirituality, you will benefit a lot, because everyone, you need God, let me tell you, in your life, because everyone is needed God, because you need to be elevated, you need a lot. And I'm telling you, I have guaranteed you, churches will fall and indigenous spiritualities will rise in the 21st century. Thank you very much.